So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel, man. Salute. So listen, bro, y'all gotta get off of this black market, man. What is the you hear the words black market, you be like, where is the black market? That's what you be thinking about in the back of your mind. But it's everywhere, man. Like I actually sat up last night, right? And I forget this dude's name, but he was selling like drugs on the line. Like he had it set up like an actual online. Now, mind you, a little bit of it was cryptic, but he was actually set up selling like pills with mixed with like fentanyl and all that type of stuff in it. They were actually doing that, right? And it was breaking down how they caught him and how big his enterprise was and everything that he was doing. Fam, when I tell you how shocked I was of how much stuff he was moving actually through our mail system, our US postal system, fam, I was just like, now I've heard of people doing that type of stuff and getting caught and the charges they receive, but they were nowhere near on the scale that this dude was on. He had the whole setup in his house. Whole setup, bro. He had hired his friends, was paying them, and people would go online somewhere, some kind of black market area, and was buying this stuff from him. And he was making, I think it was saying he was making 10 of them. No, he was making 10,000 of them an hour, right? And it ended up, when they broke down how much he was selling of it, he was making like millions of dollars a month, bro. More than that. So many millions of dollars a month, fam. It was astronomical numbers. His lifestyle was crazy. You know what I mean? He was just extravagant. He was just all over the place. And I was just sitting there. You ever know how you find yourself just sitting there just like, you know, and I'm yelling at the screen like, you know they're going to catch you. You know they're coming for you. They're actually coming for you, bro. How long do you think you're going to be able to do that? And what happened was, the way he got caught was somebody had bought from him and actually died. And when they died, they looked into it, started tracing back. And it was insane, man. The amount of weight he was moving. It was insane. So I say that to say, man, y'all stay out of these black markets, bro. Like, these people be selling all this crazy stuff or doing stuff, or you buying something, you don't know how it's gonna affect you. Some of the stuff is illegal. Like, stay out of there, bro. Like, it ain't worth it, fam. It ain't worth your life. It ain't worth your time behind bars. It just ain't worth it. So, but we about to check out the top 10 disturbing things brought on the black market. Right now, my mind is like, I don't even know where they about to take me, but I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. After watching what I watched last night, like, literally, these dudes were driving up to the mailbox and putting this stuff in the mail to send off to people. So it's going through mail handlers' hands and different things like that. And they actually moving, and they don't even know it. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy, the type of stuff. Imagine you being at home and receive a package that came to the wrong address. And you know how when stuff come to your house, sometimes you be opening up stuff so fast that you don't actually look at the name, and you open up a thing full of drugs. What? What? Imagine that happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But we're going to check this video out. So if you new, you know what to do, man. Hit that subscribe button. Join the fam real quick. Moment of silence for the haters. That's enough. Now run the likes up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's go.
It's anything that can be bought with money but is totally illegal to own. Sometimes the more illegal a product is, the higher value it becomes. And there are always people willing to take the risk to make a lot of money.
Why? Why? And I used to be that naive as well and be like, oh man, I gotta do this, man. It's the only route for me. No, it's not, bro. It's plenty of other routes, especially these days with social media and everything, fam. Pick up your phone, start recording a video, do something on the video game space, do something out in the world. Whatever it may be, bro, you ain't gotta go this route. You can make money a trillion other ways. NFTs. You ain't gotta go this route, fam. Because this route is a dead end. It's a dead end. Dead end. You don't last.
My name is Danny Burke. I hope you guys can all stomach the top 10 disturbing things sold on the black market. And just before we get into that, don't forget to check out our brand new merch store. Look at the clothes, look at the gifts, amazing. All right, we're going to stories of number 10 now with plastic surgery. Now, I'm sure you've all seen those horror stories of when plastic surgery goes wrong. Altering a person's appearance is an expensive and complicated procedure that requires proper medical training for the surgeon. Unfortunately, there are more people out there who want it than can afford it done properly, which is where the black market steps in. For a discount price, people who want plastic surgery can hire a non-qualified back alley surgeon to operate on them, often resulting.
A lot of y'all are sitting there like, oh my God, people are actually doing this? Yes, they are. They're going in these basements, they're going in these back alley places, they're going to these, like, it's scary, man. It's scary. And it's scary to hear some of these stories, man. These are like horror stories.
In horrific or even fatal results.
Oh, look at her. I think I've seen a video with this, but look at her, bro. Love yourself, man. She was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? She had to go through that, but possibly trying to, I don't know what happened, but possibly trying to please other people, maybe. Trying to fit what this mold that people want you to think you gotta look like. That's what hitting people with the Kevin Hart dish. Get away from me. I don't need to be what you want me to be. I love myself. You don't like it? So what? That's on you. I hate to see this type of stuff happen to people, man.
Some people even buy silicone straight off the black market and inject it into themselves. More often than not, it ruins their body and potentially their lives. And unfortunately, you can't sue the black market. Well, you can try. I don't think they have a lawyer. Next up at number 9 now, we have human body parts. I wish this one wasn't true, but it really is. The organs inside your body are worth quite a lot. I'm sure many of you have heard about organ waiting lists. If someone has a failing organ,
or you see the movies where people wake up in a tub of ice and then they wake up and they look over and they got this bandage, they take it off and it's like the stitching right there with this huge scar and they're missing the organ, man. That stuff is, I wouldn't be surprised if that stuff don't go on, man. That's scary.
Organ, they have to hope that the death of an organ donor will mean that they get a healthy replacement organ. There have been investigations into some extremely poor parts of the world where people
See, he got the scar. See that?
line up to have their kidneys removed in exchange for about $5,000. Many of them don't want to do it, obviously, but are driven to by poverty.
Bro, look past him, look past these organs, look at the prices that I have here. 290,000, 290,000, 290,000. I don't know if this is real or not, but that's crazy if those are the prices that stuff is going for. That is insane. I don't know if that's real, so don't be sitting here like, oh, tell me. No, I didn't. I was just reading what was on the back of the screen.
On the other hand, the middleman charges the buyers of the kidney far more money than that, essentially making them rich off other people's desperation and exploiting their body in every sense of the word. Moving on to number 8 now, we have weapons. Yes, guns are legal to buy in some countries like the US, but there are always laws governing which type of guns can be bought and who can own them. The black market doesn't care about that. Guns and bombs have been sold on the black market from shady dealers to hardened criminals. But for many people, a bigger concern is bombs ending up in the hands of criminals and terrorists. The people selling them these bombs know they will likely end up hurting innocent civilians, but for a price, they just won't care. All right, coming out number 7 now, we have
people would do crazy things for money, man.
Pets. It's no secret that some pets are illegal to own, either for their own safety or for the public's.
See, this is how I think people be getting them tigers and stuff like that. Them rare tigers or even the regular type tigers, man, and people begin, I'm like, how are y'all getting this type of stuff, man? Are y'all even allowed to have some of these exotic pets that y'all have? No, Must not be, because that's why you living way out here in the country and you got this huge fence up and you don't want nobody to know what you, or see back up in your yard and see what you got, because you got some exotic pet you're not supposed to have.
Birds, reptiles, cats, or certain breeds of dogs are smuggled across international borders. Their owners then pay tens of thousands of dollars for them, thus funding the international network of poachers who make a living from catching these animals. All right, at the number 6 spot now, we have devil's breath. It's often called the world's scariest drug. After looking at what it does to people, I think I might have to agree. Its real name is scopolamine, and it's used...
Y'all out here taking something called devil's breath. I'm done with y'all, man. I'm really done with y'all, man. The name alone should make you be like, huh? Did it come with a skull and crossbone on it? Had to. It had to. What made you think that was gonna have any good reaction to it? Devil's breath. No. Come on, man.
By criminals to wipe people's memories and turn them into sort of living zombies. The drug originates from Colombia, where criminals there have been giving it to people, often without them even knowing, and then using the victim's lack of free will to convince...
Without them knowing. Without them knowing. Yep, showing this to Queen. She'd be like, oh man, we gotta go here. And I'd be like, whoa, pump your brakes there, shorty. Pump your brakes, shortstop. We need to learn about that place. We need to research what's going on there so we don't fall victim to something that we didn't even know. Huh, man, you want to try this? Oh, this is going to make you have even a good time. When in Rome, what do? You do with the Romans. Do you have fun? All that type of stuff people feed you when you're out of town or out of the country. No, man, y'all got to be more aware.
It's them to do things like empty their bank accounts or hand over the keys to their apartments and cars. The victims then sober up 2 or 3 days later with no possessions or knowledge of what happened to them. One of the scariest things about this drug is that it's tasteless and odorless, making it very hard to detect. Police are trying to crack down on it, but the black market continues to produce this dangerous drug for the right price. At number 5 now, we have sperm. Yes, believe it or not, a man's sperm can be bought and sold on the black market. One example was in 2010, when police in the UK busted a sperm scheme operated out of a basement. The 2 men were connecting women with anonymous sperm donors for £445 a go. That's about $600 US. They would even give the women the sperm and a syringe so they could perform self-insemination. For everything you find gross about this whole operation, there is also something highly illegal about it. Okay, next up at number 4 now, we have uranium. This radioactive element is often used in nuclear power plants. If a human is exposed to it, it can result in both chemical and radiological toxicity. For these reasons, uranium is handled by governments and special personnel, and public everyday use of this is...
We just heard a story about that. Did I drop that video? I think I dropped that video, man. Go back to one of those, I can't even remember which one it was, man. Just go back through all the videos anyway. But anyway, where the dudes and his family were trying to get scrap metal, and they stumbled upon this place that had this fence in it, and it was a reason why that fence was there to keep people out. And inside they had like this radioactive thing that was in there, and they knocked it over trying to get these barrels that for the scrap metal and all that type of stuff like that. And when they knocked it over, the barrel fell on his leg, so they had to carry him back. So the only thing they could do was put stuff in their pockets. So when they did, he just so happened to grab that radioactive thing and put it in his pocket, bro. And it ended up running through his, almost his entire family, man. It did him in, it did the dog in, and it did something to either his nephew or his son or something like that. I can't remember, but it was insane, bro. Stuff is dangerous.
Is totally illegal. That doesn't stop people buying and selling it on the black market though, putting themselves and those around them in severe danger. Moving on to number 3 now, we have fake degrees. A degree is supposed to be the absolute proof that a person has passed a course or is qualified to do a certain job. They can be used to get high-paying jobs, and for some people that don't have them, faking one is their next best option.
Bro, y'all done moved from doctoring up your resume to now doing fake degrees out here, bro. I mean, who can you trust these days? You can't even trust the people that you trust. Now, hiring process has got to be extra thorough. Y'all out here making up degrees, man. So you just woke up being a doctor? No residency, no nothing. You just woke up one day and was like, yo, I'm printing off this degree. Go get me one of them white coats. I know where to get them from. Or I ordered me one, man, and yeah, man, I'm watching a few YouTube videos and I got this. Like, what? No, you don't. No, you're not. Y'all out here making degrees up, man. Y'all crazy, man. I can't with y'all.
There have been many stories of people working their way through life using fake degrees. All of this is, of course, illegal, but often pretty harmless. Sometimes, though, fake doctors will treat people for years who trust them, only for them to find out their degree was a total fake.
That's scary.
Maybe you guys go and check that your doctor's degree is real. Actually, don't do that. It's really offensive now that I think about it.
Because when we got the
Number 2 now.
I thought something messed up. When we had to get our tent on our vehicle because Queen suffers with headaches and migraines, like we had to send it off to the state or something, the paperwork. Once we got it signed off by the doctor, we had to send it off to the state, right? And something went wrong. One of the numbers was wrong on there. So now I'm looking at Queen like, you sure this doctor's real? So you can go online and look up your doctor and get their medical number or whatever number was given when they graduated or whatever. Yeah, you can look that stuff up to verify and make sure. I would definitely suggest y'all do that.
We have human skulls. I don't know how people get their hands on human skulls, but somehow they always do. Of course, they can be legally obtained. If you're a biologist studying the human body or teaching anatomy to college students, you may end up with a skull from somebody who donated their body to science. However, there are strict procedures that govern where these skulls come from, and quite often, skulls end up for sale that did not come from a legal source. Those skulls can be found on the black market, where weird people who somehow acquire human skulls sell them to even weirder customers who are just happy having a stranger's skull sit on their shelf. Or maybe it would be weirder to have someone you know. And finally, number 1, we have people. There are more slaves alive today than at any other point in human history. Human trafficking is a serious global problem. Some estimates put the money involved in the buying and selling of human beings at an astonishing $32 billion a year. Some organizations have concluded that a mind-blowing 2.4 million people in the world are being trapped, sold, and transported for profit. 2.4 million people. That's about the population of Houston, Texas. Those people are not free to leave where they currently are. Whether it be cultural taboos such as mail order brides and prostitutes, or serious human rights abuses such as child laborers, the black market profits off their suffering. Alright guys, well those were some dodgy and kind of weird and scary tales from the black market. Would you...
Listen, man, stay off and away from that stuff, man. Please, bro. Please, man. It ain't worth it. The allure ain't what it is. It ain't what it seems to be, man. You can get in a lot of trouble. They watching everything you do anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what kills me about some people, right? They'll be like, yo, you know they're watching us, everything, and they're skeptical about buying stuff online. They don't want their credit card information, and they skeptical about this one and that one and this recording you and this one, but they be on the black market. I'm like, you aware of everything else, but this should be one of the biggest things you're skeptical about. What? Like, that makes sense to me. You know what I mean? But listen, man, I just be here to just do my part, man, and spread awareness for y'all to stay away from this stuff, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, bro. But y'all get at me in the comment section, man. This is the top 10 disturbing things brought on the black market, bro. And I'm pretty sure it can get even crazier than this. So, y'all make sure you leave a like. And, yeah, shout outs to y'all. Stick around and stay tuned. Till the next one, I'm gone. Peace.